Well guys, I am back on my camera and I'm just sitting down just trying to prep for some oval eyelids. I haven't run the oval eyelids since July, so it's been absolutely ages, and basically I had to make some changes to the program itself to try and make sure that this actually runs smoothly. So I'm literally just checking. That's why I'm not getting a smooth finish. And the reason I'm not getting a smooth finish is because the cutting feed per revolution on the finishing pass is 0.3. Now I'm laughing, you might not get that, but it's basically twice as fast as what I really want it to be. So that would explain why it wouldn't be giving us a smooth finish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just repost this out and we'll see how it comes out. Now I am using my new DJI setup. So basically I can wander around with this a little bit. No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to but I can turn it around. Whee! And, oh, not onto the floor. You know, and set us back up over there, which is kind of cool, but probably kind of annoying at the same time for you guys. So, so I'm going to pull the USB. Let's just quickly unlock. I'll do my usual startup sequence. Now, we got an order from Nicholson's for 30 of these, and I'll probably machine a few extra for stock as necessary. But basically, I made some changes so that it matched, because we hadn't updated these since we've updated the spike top. And basically what this is a spike top on the inside and it's just the eyelid on the outside. But the G55 offset, which is the sub-spindle side, is wrong. So I need to sort that. So let's get this G55 bit sorted out. Turn you back around. Oh dear, I'm really bad at this, aren't I? I find it entertaining. So I could just turn the camera around and refilm another bit, but yeah. So it's was it 5:30 in the morning? I'm tired. My hair is an absolute mess, as I'm sure you can tell, and basically I need to get this running because each one takes around about 10 minutes. It's quite a long time. I want to make sure that we get, edit, here we go, post, yes, right, we're all good. Yeah, I want to get this right and get this going. So while it's running, I'll show you a few bits and pieces, but yeah, we'll bring you back round. There we go, right in the middle. We'll get this on. So I just need to, I have to edit and delete this. Now I know you really can't see what I'm doing from where you are. I'm going to show you some other bits when we get this going. Input, return, and I will show you this bit. Let's see if you can see it. Okay, let's turn you around to here. We'll push up. There we go. So, I don't know if you can see this very well, but as a suggestion that Alex made a while ago, we've standardised naming conventions for a lot of our parts. So you can see these say AL, ACC, so that means aluminium accessory. And there'll be some 316 that starts with 2 numbers, so on and so forth. The ones that don't have a conventional name just haven't been updated yet, so plate for mini, path and wall-based plate, etc. just haven't been updated with a correct naming convention yet. As we get up to tops, we get to 1, 2 numbers. So, as you see stainless, that should be there, it should be 2210. But yeah, so I think it's that one, AL tops large eyelid, yeah, okay. So we've got this ready to go, we slip this to memory, and I'm going to turn it down just because I like to make sure that it actually is going to do the right thing. Oh right, it wants me to return a few things home, that's cool. So I'm going to bring you here. Let's bring you down so you can see a little bit better. It's a bit reflective, but we're going to go reference, and we go X home, Y home. He says, I already did this some stuff. Why does he not let me do it? Sometimes he wants me to open and close the door again, and maybe hit the reset button. And then, will it let me Y? No, because it's not in manual, that's why. Right, now I can Y, and now I can B. I've got B home. No, I can't B home until I've X homed. X homed, now I can B home. And now we can go. Memory. Da, 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 da. Right, that looks good. Right, so I'll put it back to 100%. I've set that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you off the tripod. Whoa. Now, I haven't balanced this very well. What I'm going to do is I'll try and show you a bit of some of the stuff we're doing while that's running. So at the moment we're doing some bits and pieces with work holding. So you can see all this, sorry, not work holding, all our shelves, so on and so forth. So we've got, I'll get used to this. We need to create trays for the spike light top. I need to create more trays for the wall light top, so that's pretty important. And then we're going to move, well, it's really out of balance, I really need to fix this. And then we're going to move the all of this stuff over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to move it over there. So we're going to switch this rack with that rack, and then essentially all our parts will we'll basically move up and down from there, back and forward. And then we're starting to, I'm getting there. So we're starting to standardise our boxes. So if you look at this one, this is an Eclipse electrical order, and it's just this portion of it is 7 high power spotlights. So we've already gone through, reamed and hand finished any bits and pieces we need to on these. We've got our hinges back here, and we're just missing the rods. Well, the rods have been processed and they're just over there. So, it's a work in progress, but hopefully it represents something that's a bit better for us, and, we create some better bits and pieces. Anyway, what I'm waiting for on the Nakamura is I need it to switch to the sub-spindle op, and I need to retouch off. So I'm going to put you back on the stand, and when we get to that point, I'll bring you back in. Right, so we're at that point now where we've transferred over between the two spindles. So we've parted off, transferred over, and now we're on this side. And what I had wrong on that other part, wherever it is, I don't even know where it is, it was basically this G55 position. So what I need to do is, this is the tool up here that runs it. So I'm going to let that come down and let it come down in front of the face, and I'm going to stop it. I'll just show you. Whoa! Oh, nearly lost the tablet. Right. So I'll take it out of option stop. I'll turn the speed right down. Run it. Put coolant on stop. Let the tool come down as if it's coming into position, and stop, and hit reset. And now open that door again, and now this is where I get to handle jog it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jog in X and bring that right down in front, and then, this is the way I like to do it, I'll bring it in Z until I'm kissing the part. And then I essentially blow a bit of compressed air in between there, so I can actually see the gap. Let's see if I can show you the gap. I'll bring you here. Don't know if I'm going to pick the gap up on the camera or not. If I do that, and then zoom in, I think I need to go a little bit to the left. Right. Whoa. Oh, gently, Chris, gently. Ah! Right, I don't know if you can see the gap or not, but there's a gap between the material and the tool right now. Okay, cool. Right, so, I'll bring you back out. Move you out of the way slightly. You still see me. And it's, I mean, the gap at the moment is about 1mm, so it's a big gap, really. Right, now I'm touching. And essentially, all I now do, oh, it's so sensitive. I will get used to it, I promise, I'll do my best. Okay, so essentially all I do is I'm going to go into offsets and go up and to work and come over to the G55 position. It says minus 122.600 at the moment, and I go work shift input, and it says minus 120.713. The likelihood is that because of the way the size of the part, it probably isn't 713, it's just 700. So I'm going to go with 700. So we go back into graphics, go to edit, and we go up to our G55 position that I've set in here and go Z minus 120.7 and alter that. And the second thing I do is I go over to the PC. I need someone to come and operate this, don't I? Well, Adrian, who used to do our media, is coming in February, which I'm quite excited about. So he's going to, let me just change this. So he's going to come over and work with us full time to develop more of these kind of videos and whatnot, and everything in between, and do a much better job than I can. But for the time being, you're stuck with just me. Oh, I see why it's fighting now. I understand. It's because this bit isn't level. Ooh. There we go. It's funny, you can feel it vibrating away. Anyway, so that's that. So that's it there. So now I need to handle jog it away. And because I chat so much and just go through bits and pieces, this video sort of like run out. So at the moment we're at, I don't know, 4:26, probably, I don't know, 11 minutes, which is kind of long for a YouTube video, so I'll probably end up cutting out a bit as I go through this. Anyhow, so yeah, so I just checked that this is going to come in the right place. It looks about right. Bring the coolant on and hope for the best, really. So I can really do. What I don't want it to do is get rid of the part and pass it back over. So hey, come and see me if you want. There we go. So yeah, so I don't want it to pass over to the spindle because I need to visually check it. So I'm watching the code at the moment, and I'll basically look for it for when it's going to stop and when it's going to pass over, and I'll crank it down, stop the feed rate, and then reset it and open the door and just check. It's got quite a while because this process is quite slow. So as we're back turning, I couldn't take off massive chunks because what we're gripping on is basically just it's essentially gripping like this over this body, and it's a finished part. So the cutting forces have to be quite low. So you have to be quite careful. So it has to be. This is the bit that's the slowest part of the program. I'm running it at full whack, waiting for it to come off. Right, I'll bring you back and we'll do that. Right, I'm at that point. You know what it is? I'm used to the joysticks being the opposite way round, and this is like kind of directly the way it's meant to be. So I'm at that point now, and the part it's gone through its finishing cycle. So if you look here, can you see that? Yeah, you should be able to. It's nice and smooth. So what I do is I rotate the chuck round, and all I want to check is that I've got because it's really weird the way we've done this, but basically the chamfer, we've come in with this chamfer mill here and pre-chamfered it. So we chamfered it on this side and then we machine up to the chamfer. But it works, it really does work. And yeah, and basically where I am right now looks pretty damn perfect to me. Let's just, okay, I'll zoom you in. Oh my God, I'm so terrible at this. Here we go. I'm trying to get it centered. It's really difficult. So we've got that chamfered edge around there and that round there, and that looks to be in exactly the right place. The only bit that was a bit rough was just this edge here, but we have to, at the moment we have to hand sand this bit because I can't get the chamfer mill to do exactly what I want it to do. Fusion's being a bit of a pickle, trying to get that right. But that looks pretty good. There is the tiniest line between there and there, and if there's a line between there and there, I can't get my nail in it, but I can see it. That means that we're very slightly out one way or the other. So yeah, we can hand sand that, but obviously we want to make sure that we don't have that line. So I'm going to try and push the offset one way, and I'm talking literally 0.05, and I'll push it the other. I can feel it, I can actually feel it there. So I'm running my nail across that and I can just catch my nail in it there. So so I'll run another one. I'll pass it. What we'll do is we'll hand sand it because we won't want to waste it. But yeah, I'll run another one and I'll just literally just move the offset just that tiny amount, and we'll see what happens. So let's unclamp her. There you go. Let's show you a little bit more of it. Here we go. Right, so there you go, there's our, if it's in focus, I'll do it out here. So that's the light there, but you can see that line just here. And that's what I'm talking about, and that's the problem line. So the light's like that, let's a little bit of, most of the light down, a little bit of light out forward. But yeah, it's kind of pretty, right? And you can see how it's just a spike back. It's literally just a spike back on the back of it. In fact, while I'm here, let me just quickly check the dimensions. I want about 21.14. I've got 21.13. So that's within tolerance. Right, so what I'm gonna do, I'll run another one. Zoom it out, bring it up, bring it round. So I will basically go into our program, we're going to edit, and I'm just going to move face, here we go, subspindle return, G55 position. So I'm going to try Z minus 120.75. We'll give it a go, and if the line gets worse or gets better, and if it gets worse, then we know we've gone in the wrong direction. We'll see. So reset and rewind. I can run this in memory now, and I can just run it at full whack because we know it's a good program, apart from the G55 position, and we'll come back to it and see how it's doing. So in the meantime, let's get this upstairs. Right, well, we got there, so we've now actually got a perfect part. There is, like, you can visibly see a slight joining between the two parts, but you can't actually now, if you run your nail on it, you can't feel anything. And so I had to actually go, I think I was 107.7, I went 107.75, and then I went 107.65, and ended up at 107.6, and that sorted it. So a couple of these need a little bit of hand finishing, but that's it, we've got it sorted, we can now update the program, etc. All gauges on really well. So I'm happy with that. So we're now leaving this to run. There'll be GoPro footage in this. We've probably already said this now after. This is the state of my GoPro. Look, there's a plaster holding the door together. Coolant literally destroys the GoPro. It's really bad. But yeah, that's it for this one. The next video I should be doing is changing the upstairs. We'll see. Anyway, thanks very much, guys, and we'll see you soon.